Hello everyone, I'm Harrison.
And I'm Rachel.
This week we're talking about teething tips and tricks, so stay tuned and join us on our journey to
Raise Baby H. I'm just going to say right off the bat that we are not the best at helping Edison cope with teething.
It can be difficult to figure out if your baby is teething or just having a bad day, and teething isn't usually the first thing that crosses your mind.
The method that has been most effective for us to figure out if Edison is teething or not is to just feel around in his mouth for any bumps.
Teething is a very long experience for parents and for babies. Edison got his first tooth at 6 months old. His second tooth wasn't far behind, and he has 18 more to go.
So since this is something that happens a lot in your baby's early life, we figured we would talk about what's been working for us.
So, like we mentioned, one of the most difficult things with teething is figuring out if your baby is having a bad day or if they really are teething. So, there's quite a few signs that you can look for, but we wanted to kind of quickly go over them now.
Some of the typical symptoms is drooling, fussiness, and a lot of chewing on different objects. Keep in mind that the most painful part of teething is the 72 hours leading up to that tooth popping through.
Now, we have also heard that if your baby just starts pooping a lot more, this also could be due to teething. And it's just like a general frustration that your baby has with pretty much anything. So it can start as early as 3 months old and will continue until your baby is about 2 or 3 years.
And as always, make sure you talk with your pediatrician if you have any concerns about your baby's teeth.
When it comes to teething, there's not a ton that you can do for your baby. They are going to be uncomfortable, but some of the remedies that you can kind of do to help your baby is provide them lots of teething toys or give them some chilled washcloths, or if you really want to, you can massage your baby's gums.
We have a ton of teething toys around of different textures and sizes, and so we're just going to share some of the things that we use that Edison really likes.
So, the first thing we look for when we're picking out a teething toy is something that has a lot of textures that Edison can chew on. So, one of the things that we have is like a pacifier that looks like a raspberry, and the raspberry part of it is really bumpy, and so he kind of likes that, but he also likes that the guard part of what would be a pacifier is a different texture. It's kind of smooth but has like a few like ridges around the edge. And so he kind of like can move it around and chew on whatever feels better for his teeth.
It's easy for him to hold, and we can always throw them in the fridge for a period of time to help them be cooler when he's actually chewing on it.
While we were visiting some family, we accidentally dropped this thing on the floor, so we went to go rinse it off and rinsed it off with really cold water, and Edison absolutely loved that. So if you're trying to find some way that you can help them a little more than just giving them something textured to chew on, running it under cold water for a quick second is also going to work if you don't want to wait for it to chill in the fridge or the freezer.
And there's lots of teething toys out there that can be put in the fridge or freezer. Just make sure that you read the instructions, because we have seen some that are fridge safe but not freezer safe.
So on top of texture, you're going to want something that is very durable. I mean, the kid is literally chewing on this thing nonstop. And one of the things that Edison loves to do is bite and pull. So he does that a lot, but his preferred toy to do that with is this little carrot that Rachel's parents got him. It has like these cute little handles so he can hold on to it and pull, but the carrot also has like these bumps that he will rub against his gums, and that must feel very good.
And you want to make sure that whatever toy you're giving them is age appropriate along with durable, which means that it's a size that they're not going to be able to swallow or choke on, and it's not going to break, and they're not going to be able to swallow something that is dangerous for them.
If you aren't wanting to go out and buy some of these things, chilled washcloths can be really helpful, and we definitely have noticed that Edison will chew on blankets or his onesie or just anything really that will kind of help him out. But washcloths is something that you probably already have around your house that you can give to your baby to chew on.
And then the last thing that we use is just regular food. So there are things out there that you can kind of mash up berries or different things and make a popsicle, or you can use breast milk, but you can also just give your baby food. Just eating and chewing is going to help their teeth feel better.
In the early stages of teething, your baby is probably starting to be introduced to foods. And when your baby is young, it's not about the calories, it's all about the textures. So, this is a great time to take advantage of that and give them foods that they probably won't be able to chew through, but it just is a good texture for them. So, for us, when we gave Edison the steak, he absolutely loved that as a chew toy. And he was not able to bite any pieces off, but he probably could have chewed on that all day long.
So, while teething is very difficult on the baby, it can be hard for parents as well. And so, some of the things that we just have to do is to remind ourselves to take a step back if Edison is being especially fussy and just kind of think through, like, why is he acting like that? Is it because of teething? And just, take a breath. Like, it's not anything against us, it's just he's in pain.
If your baby is having a lot of trouble with teething and it's just causing frustration with you as a parent, the first thing you can do is look for ways to distract your child from teething. Is there something that you can do with them that usually just cheers them up right away? We take Edison on lots of walks, we'll start playing with him more, and just kind of get him moving because when he's just sitting there, he really struggles with teething. Probably the worst thing that we could do is sit down and read a book with him because then he really, really thinks about his teeth.
You could also try cuddling with your baby or playing some soothing music to just help them relax.
Yeah, and even if you don't want to do soothing music, but you just like to play some music, for us, we do that quite a bit, and we like to dance with Edison, and whenever music's on, he usually is pretty happy. So it's not always just soothing music, just music in general can be helpful.
And just remember to be patient and flexible with your little ones as they are trying to figure out different coping strategies for themselves as well.
This was just a quick overview of what teething is and how you can help your baby during this time.
Next time, we are going to talk about traveling tantrums. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.